All right, so this is 2-2. Solve inequalities using addition and subtraction. So, long story short, you have this section, which is probably going to take most of this week. And you're going to have, I believe it's 2-3, which is adding, or not, it's going to add in there multiplication and division, and that's going to take it. So you're kind of looking for like a quiz next week, okay? Just want to let you know in case you plan on going somewhere. All right. Where? Who knows? You'll go lots of places now. So here we go. Adding the same number to each side of an inequality produces an equivalent
Wow.
I'm going to try this again. It produces an equivalent inequality. So you guys can go ahead and write that down. They should be. But I will have to update from one. Tell Julie I have to update it, so wait till.
No, I know.
All right. This is what it means. Ready? Ready, Chucky? A is greater than B, right? So if I add something to A, and I add that same thing to B, that inequality is still going to hold true. Okay? Watch. This is me thinking. You don't have to write this down. Ready, Chucky? Let's say 4 is greater than 1. What is 4 greater than? 4 is greater than 1. Right? That is true. Right, Chucky? 4 is greater than 1. Now, what am I going to add to 4? What do you want? 3. So is 4 plus 3 still greater than 1 plus 3? So that's what they're saying here, okay? So they're saying if I add the same thing to both sides, the inequality holds true. If I have A is less than B and I add the same thing to both sides, the inequality still holds true, okay? If I have A is less than or equal to, and I add something, it still holds true, okay? And if I have it the other way, it still holds true. Meaning, as long as I add something to my inequality, and I add the same thing on both sides, it's going to hold true. Are you guys all good? All good on that? All right. So let's go ahead and put this into practice. Six is greater than y minus 3.3. Now I want to get y by itself so I can graph it. So how do I undo minus 3.3, Louis? I add what? 3.3 to both sides. And that's going to give me, well, those cancel. Now, 6 plus 3.3 is what? 9.3. Okay? Do you see that? So now I have 9.3 is greater than y. So I'm going to put a point in here. I'm going to call it 9.3. It's going to be an open circle. And I'm not eating the y, am I? So since I'm not eating the y, I'm shading to the left. Sound good? Here, z minus 7 is greater than or equal to 4. How can I get z by itself? Add 7. So let's go ahead and add 7 to both sides. So I have z is greater than or equal to 11. Now I have a closed circle at 11. And I'm eating the z. Since I'm eating the z, I'm shading to the right. Sound good? All right, let's look at the subtraction property of inequality. So subtracting the same number from both sides holds true just like addition. So it produces an equivalent inequality. What is going on? Oh no. Meaning this, I have A is greater than B. So if I subtract C from both sides, I get an equivalent inequality. This is the worst. No. So if I subtract B from both sides, I get that. And I get that. Do you feel my pain with this board, Kenny? We could just get Louis to rage quit on it. Do you rage quit? A little bit? I'll YouTube you. I'll find it. What's that? Twitch? All right, I'll find you a rage quit. Quitting on Twitch. All right, let's look at this. Ellie, how do I get rid of plus 3 1/4?
Don't you subtract the 3 1/4?
What's that?
Don't you subtract that?
Yeah, I
Add it on to
subtract
5.
So I subtract 3 1/4. Are these cancel is less than, well, what's $5 minus 3 1/4? If I have $5 and I spend 3 1/4, what's left?
Wouldn't that be 2 1/4?
Not 2 1/4. I'll be left with $1 and 3/4. Now I look at this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 marks in between 1 and 2. So it's going to be an open circle At 1 3/4, I'm not eating the R, so I shade to the left. All right, what about number 5? Let's go with John. What would you do with number 5? What's that? How would you get rid of the plus 3? What was the opposite of plus? What's the opposite of plus? So we're going to subtract 3. So those cancel, and we have n is greater than or equal to, and now I do 7.2 minus 3, and you get 4.2. So each one of these is worth 0.2. So now it's going to be a closed circle at 4.2. I'm eating the m, so I shade to the right. Sound good? All right. I want you guys to try these examples. I want you to try A, B, C. A, B, C. While you're doing that, I'm going to try to align my board one more time. Gotcha. I admire that. Those kids would have just sat there. Is your pen not working? All right. Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
How do you get rid of minus 6?
Do you add by 6?
Yeah, I add 6. So everybody go ahead and add 6. So if x is greater than or equal to negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4. Now, where am I going to put negative 4? This is why I like to do it this way. I like to put negative 4 in the middle, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0. And then going this way, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. I have a line under it, so it's going to be a closed circle. I'm eating the x, so I'm going to shade to the right. Mike. Mike?
Yup. Yup.
Mike?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, Mike.
I don't know what to do about that.
Now I hear you.
He turned his volume up, Mike.
No, I did. You really couldn't hear him. I could hear Tyler. Mike, how do you get rid of +8?
Subtract 8.
So we're going to go ahead and subtract 8 from both sides. Leaves me with y is less than or equal to 5 minus 8 is -3. So I'm going to put -3 in the middle, -2, -1, 0. Going this way, -4, -5, -6. Here, it's going to be a closed circle. I'm not eating the y. So I shade to the left. Let's look at C. How do I get rid of plus 1.4, Chucky? So we're going to subtract 1.4. -8 minus 1.4, so it's going to be -9.4. Watch this. This is tricky. Ready? -9.4. I'm kind of viewing that as 94, right? 93. 92. You guys see how I did that? Going this way. Make sense? Right? Kind of view it as like in the 90s. Now here, open circle. I'm eating the M, which means I shade to the right. And there we go. How do you guys feel about this? All right, let's keep trying. Let's do D. And then we're going to stop at D. Kimmy, 2 negatives make a positive. So with D, I'm really asking, how do we solve that? Do you know how to solve it? -1. So that gives me D is greater than, oh, why did I change it? Oh, I don't know.
You wanted to?
Yeah, D, S, all same thing. It's probably letter D. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So Kimmy, I just put 1 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. Open circle. I'm eating the variable, so I shade to the right. All right. All right.